Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a brand new video on Prize Picks. We have plays for NFL Week 7 in this video. And first up, I want to say go ahead, drop a like on this video. Helps me out a lot. Literally takes 2 seconds, completely free, so go ahead and do that. As you guys know, my number one goal in this channel is to make you guys money. And if you are on the VIP, please drop a comment. Let the people know what an insane day we just had in college football. I'm going to show you guys the spreadsheet. Since the start of October, we are up 31.75 units. So if you're a $100 better, you are up almost $3.2 thousand since the start of October. And we just have NBA coming up. We have NFL coming up now today. Insane stuff is going to keep happening. We just hit Oklahoma on the money line. And then as I started recording this, we just cashed another play, which was Mizzou on the money line. They won in triple overtime. So huge stuff. And if you guys want an idea of what a free pick video really looks like, I'll show you guys exactly what happened last time I recorded an NFL Sunday free pick video. This was the college football from the day before, and then this was the NFL Sunday I'm talking about. We went 4 of 5. The only guy who hooked was Mark Andrews. We needed 3 catches. He got 2 catches. But I'm over that because I've got 6 plays in this video for you guys, and they absolutely are going to cash. I'll show you, and I'll break down every single one. But first up, go ahead, join the Winnable, completely free group that I basically have. And I just give you guys bonus free plays every single day. So I'm going to drop a bonus free play in there for the Sunday night football game. And if I see a better play, I will go ahead and drop that one too. So make sure to sign up on the free plan. It is the first link in the description of this video, winnable.com/bam. And now let's get into the first play. No more talking. We're going to the guy who is officially returning in week 7, CD Lamb right here. I like him on the over on reception. So I think they're going to give him the ball a lot in this game, get him involved a ton. His line was set up at 8.5 for a second back when he had an insane start to the season. 7 catches, 9 catches against Chicago, and he's getting a ton of targets in these games. 13 targets in week 1 against Philly, 11 targets in week 2 against the Bears. Now he's going up against the Commanders, and the Commanders have a decent pass defense, but it's the kind of thing that you just trust the Cowboys to throw the ball a heck of a lot. They threw the ball a lot when it was just Pickens and Ferguson, Turpin and Tolbert. Now they have CD Lamb in there as well. I know they've got Javonte Williams, who's very solid. They're going to be throwing the ball in this one, especially with Jaden Daniels on the other side. Jaden Daniels is going to keep the pace of this game very fast. Dan Quinn as well, obviously keeping the pace of this game very fast. So I expect this one to be a very, very, I don't want to say high scoring, but fast-moving game where CD Lamb is going to get a lot of opportunities. Dak Prescott's going to be throwing the ball quite a bit, and he's going to be targeting his man CD Lamb. I don't mind taking him over on receiving yards, but I love him a lot more on the receptions line. CD Lamb's going to come back, and he's going to come back in a big way. If you have him in fantasy, congrats. This week is about to be a movie. But play number 2. Honestly, people are going to hate on this because of how random of a player it is. It's one of my favorite plays of the week, and this is where you guys have to find an edge. Where people aren't looking, that's exactly where you can find an edge. Mac Jones right here. So this is Sunday Night Football, Falcons versus 49ers. Mac Jones is subbing in for Brock Purdy, and everybody is super hyped because the last couple times he's subbed in for Brock Purdy, he's gone for 342 yards and 347 yards against the Bucks and the Rams respectively, right? He's playing the Falcons. Let me just let the stats speak for themselves. The Falcons have the best defense against the slot, the best defense against the inline, the 4th best defense against the wideouts, and the number 1 defense against defending, running, pass catching running backs, right, out of the backfield. The Falcons are the best pass defense out there. Right now, they're actually the best defense in the NFL when it comes to yards per game allowed. People do not realize this for some ridiculous reason, but you have to fade basically every quarterback that plays the Falcons. Let me zoom into this. This is the stats that people won't show you, right? A casual bettor is going to look at this and go, green bars, I'm going to take the over every day, right? What we're looking is we're seeing here a little bit deeper, and we're seeing red bars. What are we seeing? We're seeing that every time a quarterback plays the Falcons, no matter who that quarterback is, whether it's Baker Mayfield, J.J. McCarthy, Josh Allen, they are hitting the under on their passing yards. This is a ridiculous trend that we are going to take advantage of. They are hitting the under, and if you look at the difference column right here, this shows by how much are they hitting the under. Is it just 1%, 2% that they're just barely missing their line? No. 43%, 22%, 23%. They are not even coming close to hitting their line, and none of their lines have been this high. His line is now at 242.5. Let me restate. This is a backup quarterback whose number 1 wide receiver is Kendrick Bourne, And I guess Jawan Jennings, but he still looks very injured, right? This is not the spot to take Mac Jones on the over, and the public is going to be slamming Mac Jones on the over. They're going to say, he just went for 347 against Tampa Bay. We're taking it. No, he's playing against the best defense in the NFL, and people aren't realizing how good the Falcons' defense is. This one is not going to be pretty for Mac Jones. Take the under. Now, play number 3, Dylan Gabriel. So this time I actually like taking the over. Dylan Gabriel just had 52 pass attempts in that last game, and there's nothing to say that the Browns will play any different. The Browns are going to pass the ball a lot. They're playing against the Dolphins, who have a very middle-of-the-road defense against the pass and against the rush. So honestly, you can do whatever you want against them. Quinshon Judkins is a huge factor, but in this one, I mean, honestly, both of these teams are terrible, but I expect the Browns to be playing from behind in this one. The Dolphins have more talent on their side. Devon Achane is going to be the best player on the field by miles, in my opinion. Dylan Gabriel is going to have to pass the ball, and it's just a very simple system play where when you're behind in the game, you're going to throw the ball, right? 29.5 is a little bit low. I think if this line was more closer to 31.5 or 32, it would be more even. And we're just getting, look at that, we're literally just getting a 2.5 yard discount from where I think the perceived value of the line is. That's not a huge discount, but if you think about it, those add up over the course of, the day, over the course of the week, over the course of the month, and the year, right? That's what eventually becomes profitable, right? All you need is a 57 or 58% win rate on a straight play, and you will make a ton of money playing on sports. That is literally all you need, and this is exactly where you find that edge, right? So we talked about Mac Jones, we talked about CeeDee Lamb, now we're talking about Dylan Gabriel, and let's hop into play number 4. We're rolling through this video. Go ahead and drop a like if you have not already, and drop a subscribe because I'm doing this every single day. By the way, NBA is coming up in a couple of days. We're not stopping. But play number 3, you guys have already seen the name, Hunter Henry. His line is set at 36.5 receiving yards, right? So they're going up against the Titans at the 1 p.m. slot, and the Titans are decent against tight ends. They're not that great. But honestly, if you look at the stats against players who sit in the middle of the field, right? They are absolutely abysmal. The Titans, cornerbacks, very solid. Slot defense, very solid. Their zone plays, very solid. Backfield, all right. But the inline, quarterbacks throwing straight down the middle of the field have been able to generate a ton of success against this Tennessee Titans team. And good news is, Drake May loves to do that. He's the perfect quarterback. Looks straight, plays the ball, keeps everything in front of him, and he just plays the ball to an open man. And Hunter Henry has been that guy for him, right? 90 yards against Pittsburgh, 39 against Carolina, and then 46 against Buffalo. The last time he played was against the Saints, and he did not actually hit this one. But that was one where the Patriots were leading, right? Just like I talked about, when you're leading, you're not going to throw the ball very much, right? The Patriots were leading that game. Hunter Henry was not generating a ton of targets. This one against the Titans, it could be a lot closer than it was against the Saints. So I love Hunter Henry right here. I think he's going to be the number 1 guy for Drake May, very possibly in this game. And it's a quiet play. Nobody is looking at Hunter Henry right now. That's what I absolutely love about it, and that's what you guys should love too. When people aren't paying attention, there's a very good chance that there's some value. There's not always value, but there's a good chance that there's value, and I'm showing you guys exactly the value with all these stats right here. Now, play number 4, everybody's going to hate me for this. Everybody is going to hate me for this, but it's just a very simple case of the line is too low. Justin Fields just had a 45-yard passing game where he was sacked for negative 55 yards, giving him a net total of negative 10 yards on the day when he drops back to pass. Justin Fields just had probably the worst day you could have as an NFL quarterback. He was playing the Broncos, not even on USA soil, right? This is completely different scenario. Now he gets the Panthers coming at home. So Justin Fields is at home in this game, and the team visiting is the Carolina Panthers, who are 3-3 right now, but they haven't won a single game on the road. They look very solid at home. When they go on the road, it seems like everything crumbles, and I wouldn't put it past Bryce Young to crumble once again, right? His line is 167 yards. A lot of quarterbacks have a line near this for the first half projection. It is insane how low this line is. But honestly, I can't blame the line makers, right? If I were setting the line, I would put it up at 180.5. So we're getting a very solid discount for where my perceived value is. I know Justin Fields is terrible. Garrett Wilson is not going to play this game. 167, we need 168 yards. I think he can get that easy. Every quarterback who has played the Panthers has had over 168 yards, even when they put up a dud week. Look at this. Michael Penix loses 30-0. They literally lost this game 30-0. The Falcons that I were just talking about, they had a terrible game against Carolina a month ago where they lost 30-0. And Michael Penix still hit his line, he missed his line. He still hit this line of 172 yards he got in this game. We need Justin Fields to get 168. Honestly, guys, if you're not taking this, I don't know what's wrong. You might just hate Justin Fields. At home, Panthers are coming to him. I think this one's a very, very solid play. He's been hitting this line a ton. He just got injured in this one game, and then he played Denver in this one game, right? Both bad things. Now he's playing the Panthers. Neither of those are going to happen. But let's get into the next play. Guys, we're just flying through this. Okay, Chris Moore. Nobody is saying this man's name right now. Nobody is this locked in to giving you guys the best plays. Everybody else probably just going to pick a popular player and say, okay, go ahead and take him on the over. Because they don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to put in the time that I'm actually here giving you guys the stats, the plays, exactly why we're taking them. So, let me explain. Why are we taking Chris Moore on the over? Number one, he just had a great game. Number two, Deebo Samuel is out. Zach Ertz is, questionable for this game. Of course, Terry McLaurin, not a factor in this one as well. He's not going to play, right? So, Chris Moore is basically the number one wide receiver, right? That's what he's shown us recently. And if we look at the defense that he gets to face the Cowboys defense. This is an absolutely great spot, right? He cuts up the wide a lot. Cowboys defense, I know it says that they're good. I know it says that they're all right. And the inline backfield, obviously terrible. The Cowboys defense, if you watch any film, you know the Cowboys pass defense is atrocious. They are just up there. They're just as bad as the Bears run defense. Panthers have a pretty bad pass defense. Dolphins are up there too. Titans are up there. You just got to know the bad defenses are equivalent to the great matchups, right? And Chris Moore is the wide receiver one for the Commanders. The wide receiver one against a terrible defense. And his line is 35.5. This is insane. Deebo Samuel's not playing. Terry McLaurin's not playing. Chris Moore is going to be that guy. 36.5. He could get this in one play. He could get this in the first quarter against the Dallas defense. I think anybody could. Probably a couple of you guys watching this could catch a couple passes against this Dallas Cowboys defense because that's how bad they are right now. Let's look at how receivers are doing against the Cowboys. They are hitting their line by over 111%, which means they're basically doubling what their projection is, and they've hit this in 60% of games. So 60% of receivers that go up against Dallas hit their over, right? Absolutely insane play right here. Chris Moore is the next play of the day. And as I said before, I'm going over to the NFL spot. A lot of games today. I've got a couple plays, Sportsbook usually plays, but I'll also drop some DFS that I'm giving you guys for completely free. If you want to get those bonus plays, sign up with the link above, winnable.com/bam. Like I said, completely free. And in the VIP, guys, just stay tuned. We're about to have a huge day. I'll see you guys in the next one once we make some money.